Big centre half, it's back with Ola Aina. Now into the midfield, into the base of that midfield with Etebo. Long ball forward out towards the left, a lovely raking ball looking for Calvin Bassey. Just skips off the turf awkwardly away from the Rangers defender and out of play for a throw into Sierra Leone down their right hand side. And Kakai is already there. Has the ball in his hands, he's wandering down the touchline, trying to get a bit more territory from the referee, who's obliging for now. Coming from the midfield is Conte to show, but he throws long down the touchline. Looking for Kamara, headed away this time by Calvin Bassey, out of play down the left-hand side. It's back on the right-hand side for Sierra Leone. Kakai with another throw-in. To the base of midfield for Conte. Tries to get it back to Kakai. Comes off of Chukwueze last, so will be another throw in a very similar position for Kakai. Laid back again this time from Conte to Kakai. Tries to play it forward against the shins of Chukwueze. Launched clear this time by Cisse. Ajayi's running back towards his own goal. Plays that into the feet of Azoho under some pressure. Long ball forward from him. Kamara heads forward from the midfield for Sierra Leone. Ball has found its way to Chukwueze in the centre circle. Tries to nod it forward to Osimhen. Cisse out towards the halfway line. Karoma takes it down and tidies up for Sierra Leone. Back to Stephen Corker, out to the left-hand side for Samadia. Long ball down the left-hand touchline, straight onto the chest of Ola Aina. Nigeria back in possession thanks to the right-back's good interception there. Into the base of midfield for Etebo, across to left of centre where Alex Iwobi will head towards the halfway line. Ball down the left-hand touchline for Calvin Bassey. Early ball looking for the inside run of Moses Simon. Headed away well this time by Kakai. Driving down the right-hand touchline went Jonathan Morsay. Good tackle from Calvin Bassey. Forces him out of play. Thrown into Iwobi. Iwobi goes back to Troostekong, following a little touch from Etebo. Out towards the right-hand side from Aina. Aina down the right-hand touchline into the feet of Chukwueze. Skips inside, then back out, and then in again. He's still going, Chukwueze. Early cross into the box over the top of everyone. Kakai just ran away from the ball, watched it drift over the top of Victor Osimhen and goes behind for the first goal kick of the second half for Sierra Leone. So taken from behind the byline, but the referee, well, he did spot it in the end. And I'm not sure why Kamara thought that was advantageous to take the ball, to take the goal kick from off of the field of play. But he's been asked to do it correctly this time and has the ball on the 6-yard line and will wave his centre-halves away. So it will be a long ball downfield out towards the right-hand side. There it is this time for Cisse. Puts his foot through it down the right-hand touchline. Bassey returns the ball to the Sierra Leone half with a powerful header. Finds Osimhen. Nigeria on the attack on the left-hand side with Iwobi. Tries to squeeze it across the edge of the box, but it's picked off this time well by Conte. Forward ball to Koroma. He's running away well. He's been pulled back a few times, this time by Etebo, who's only been on the field of play since half-time for 4 minutes and goes into the book. He knew what he was doing as well. Sierra Leone looked very threatening on the counter. They did in the first half as well. And Peter Etebo takes one for the team. He's making the point to the referee that that's my first foul. But it was one of those with no intent to play the ball at all. Just grabbed at the shoulder and tried to clip the heels of Koroma, who's looked lively in that central attacking midfield role so far this afternoon. It's with Corker, though, down the left-hand touchline. Finds a ball forward to Boyatarai, still going Boyatarai, fed the ball again by Conte. That's a loose touch, allows Aina to come across and clear it out of play for a throw-in down the left-hand side. Out there, it's already been beckoned for by Samadia, who's standing on the touchline, ready to throw it into play. Boyatarai's trying to make some movement for him down near the corner flag, and it will head towards Boyatarai. Aina got there first, but can only put it out of play a little bit further forward this time, will be the Sierra Leone throw. Samadia has the ball in his hands once again. Stephen Corker running forward, can launch them into the box. He does have a long throw. Doesn't have many opportunities to use it though, Stephen Corker. He's showing himself, and he is throwing the ball as well. He's shrugged off the challenge of Aina, lays it back to Samadia. A first time cross towards the box is gone closer to the stands than it has the area, so it's behind for a goal kick, and Zoho places that up and calmly passes that to Ajayi. Down the left-hand touchline for Bassey. Bassey back to Ajayi. Carrying the ball midway through their own half to Troostekong, right of centre. Down the right-hand touchline, this time for Ola Aina. Still shy of the halfway line though. Goes inside to Troostekong. Ekong shifts this across to Ajayi. Ajayi has to sprint to keep this in play. Wasn't really ready for the pass, but has it now, and we'll go back to Troostekong right in the middle of the Nigeria half. Out on the left-hand side is Ajayi, carries it over the halfway line. Still going Ajayi, checks back to allow play to drift beyond him. Chips the ball over the top, looking for Bassey to run onto, but it's overhit and beyond him. Can't get there in time, will go behind for another goal kick to Sierra Leone. 5 minutes of the second half have taken place so far. It's a short pass into Cisse, down the right-hand touchline for Kakai. Further forward this time to Morsay trying to shrug off Bassey. They can't keep the ball though, Sierra Leone. Here is Joe Aribo between the legs of Morsay to the edge of the area. Here is Chukwueze, left-footed strike looking for the far post. Bobbled off the ground, off the turf and beyond the post. Will be a goal kick, and Kamara wants to take it quickly and has the time and space to do so to Corker. Down the left-hand side for Samadia. Will carry the ball forward. Left-footed ball down the touchline. Picked off by Aina. Lifted out of play once again, this time for a throw into Sierra Leone midway through their own half down the left-hand side. Samadia has been a busy boy so far with these throw-ins. Throws into Boyatarai. Goes back to Samadia. Plays it into the shins this time of Chukwueze on the right-hand side. So will be another throw for Samadia to take in an identical position. Throws forward to Boyatarai, played backwards into midfield for Conte. Tries to go down the left-hand side. Forward ball, it's a good one too. It's found Boyatarai on the left-hand side. Here he is running onto the ball, but the flag is up on Boyatarai, and there'll be no more attacking play possible for Sierra Leone. Their counter goes up in smoke. Just went a little bit too early there, Boyatarai. Just beyond Ajayi, the last man in defence for Nigeria. Calvin Bassey spotted the flag early. They're back underway with the Free kick taken short. It's with Ajayi down the left-hand touchline, midway through the Sierra Leone half is Calvin Bassey, inside to Iwobi, laid off this time all the way back to Ajayi, across to the other side. Here is Trostekong, right of centre, further wide for Ola Aina, up against Boya Tarai, lifts it forward though. Running onto the ball is Joe Aribo near the corner flag on the right hand side, up against Conte, who's come across to press. Aribo still twisting, turning, trying to shrug him off. We'll have to go backwards this time, all the way to Etebo. Etebo 35-40 yards from goal, into the feet of Iwobi. Iwobi tried to lift it past the player. It's blocked this time by Conte. Etebo being forced all the way back towards his own half. Tells his side to calm down as he releases the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper Zoho. Out towards the left. Here's the left centre half. It's Ajayi. Prods that forward to Iwobi. Left of centre on the halfway line. In the centre circle is Peter Etebo. Lifted out towards the right hand side. Lovely ball into the chest of Ola Aina. Up against Samadia. Ball round the inside. Here is Chukwueze. Laid off this time to Aribo. Aribo early cross into the box. Looking for Osimhen. Over the top of him. Good defending from Cisse. Strong up against the challenge of Osimhen. Drifts over the top of both of them. Out of play this time for another goal kick to Kamara to take. He's going to trot across towards the centre of his 6-yard box. He's got his two centre halves split either side of him. Corker to the left, Cisse to the right. He's waving them out of play though, with Osimhen still lurking, but they remain, and it's gone to Cisse to his right. Cisse, ball downfield, straight into Moses Simon. Forward this time to Iwobi. There's Osimhen. There's Chukwueze. There's the third goal. Surely no, it's gone past the out the post. It looked ever so simple for Samuel Chukwueze, but he couldn't take advantage. Sierra Leone, rather the architects of their own almost downfall there. The ball forward from Cisse was awful. Picked off by Simon. First time passing from Iwobi into Osimhen. Osimhen saw Chukwueze in acres of space towards the right hand side. Just had time to pick his spot and roll it into the net, but didn't manage to find the right side of the post. It goes beyond for another goal kick to the goalkeeper. And this time it will go long and over the halfway line. Looking for Kamara. Flicks off the head of Ajayi. Backwards towards his own goal. Ola Aina's there to spare his blushes, and then that's launched clear by Calvin Bassey up towards Osimhen. Cisse stumbles as he heads it down, but manages to launch it clear, but it's only as far as Etebo, left of centre, just inside his own half. Looks to the right, rakes the ball out towards Aina, takes it down well with his right. He's going to run away from Boya Tarai. Boya Tarai back on his task though, wins the ball. No foul on the Sierra Leone man. Here is Aina again, pods that infield for Chukwueze, can't take it in his spell. That's another good tackle from deep from Aribo. He's turned away from the challenges, but this time Karoma has a good challenge of his own, and driving forward is Boya Tarai down the left hand side. That's intended for Morse. He's going to try and get past Trostekong. Good strength from the Watford defender, who goes sprawling at his feet and plays out of the play down the left hand side for Sierra Leone's throw. It's been Nigeria all the way so far in this second half. Sierra Leone haven't really had any opportunities to speak of. Not too much to deal with for Francis Ozoho today. His only real job so far has been picking the ball out of the net 11 minutes into the game. It's thrown backwards. Here is Kamara in the base of midfield, out towards the right, tracking back towards his own goal though. That's Kakai. Long ball forward down the right hand touchline, intended for Morse. Over the top of him and beyond, out of play for a throw in to Nigeria, taken quickly by Calvin Bassey. Morse tracks back into a defensive position as Ajayi takes the touch and plays it across to William Trostekong, right of centre, carrying the ball towards the halfway line. Trostekong laid over to Ajayi once again. He's looking for a pass forward. Etebo doesn't want it. He's saying go back to Trostekong, and he obliges. Here is William Trostekong, right of the centre circle, out towards Iwobi on the left hand side, left of centre. Big dark patches across this pitch. Very uneven playing surface. Here's Iwobi again, across to Trostekong in the centre circle. Forward ball this time to Aribo, straight back to William Trostekong. Now Etebo on the left hand side of the centre circle, feeds it to Ajayi, joining in the attack, the big centre half, looking towards his left. There's Bassey, inside though Ajayi, finds Iwobi, laid off to Simon. Simon tries to prod it back towards the path of where he thought Iwobi was going. He wasn't there, and that's recovered by Morse and then clipped forward towards the halfway line, but straight onto the chest of Peter Etebo for Nigeria. Down the left hand side for Iwobi. Iwobi goes back to Etebo. Tight to the touchline on the left, inside though to the base of the centre circle for William Trostekong. Turns out to his right, he's looking for a pass towards the fullback, but will go back inside this time for Aribo on the centre spot. Left-footed pass towards the left, finds Iwobi, left of centre, 40 yards, closing down on goal though. Out towards the left for Calvin Bassey, prods this forward for Chukwueze. It's Moses Simon up against Kakai, who gets there, prods it out of play, will be a throw into Nigeria, level with the edge of the Sierra Leone box, down the left-hand side, and Calvin Bassey already has the ball and is ready to get play back underway. He'll have to pause for a moment though, as there will be a change here. Morse will be withdrawn, the goal scorer for Sierra Leone, for Amadou Bakayoko. A bit more of a physical presence up front, might see them change their attacking style. Sierra Leone, it's out on the far side for Nigeria, laid back this time. Here is Aina, 35 yards from goal, wide on the right. Iwobi's in a bit of space, feeds it to him, back to Aina. Aina shrugs off the challenge, this time of Boya Tarai, out towards the right-hand side. Here is Chukwueze, lines it up onto his left foot, finds Iwobi, tries to backheel it back to Chukwueze. It's been picked off by Kamara, driving forward here. That's an early touch for Bakayoko, his first touch of the game, and it's a poor pass, and it's out of play for a throw-in to Nigeria. Down their right-hand side, just inside the Sierra Leone half of the field. And Ola Aina has already been handed the ball. Across comes Boya Tarai, just to have a word. It's thrown into Etebo. Etebo goes backwards and then across square to Iwobi. Fired back to Etebo from Iwobi from close distance, and he's had his pocket picked, but unfairly, says the referee. Sigh of relief there for Peter Etebo. It was Conte who just nipped the ball away from his toes, and Bakayoko wants the ball moved back and does so. Trostekong wants to play it short. Path towards Ola Aina is being blocked, so he goes towards Ajayi instead. Ajayi returns the ball back to William Trostekong. Trostekong towards the right for Ola Aina. Plays the ball past Boya Tarai, forward towards Chukwueze. Well won this time by Samaria. Plays the ball forward for Boya Tarai. Streaking into the boxes, Bakayoko. Up against it's almost there as well. He was running at Ajayi. Got a toe to it before Ajayi or Azoho, but just couldn't guide it into the inside of the post. Found the side netting, did Bakayoko. But that was about it. But never gave up on the ball. It looked to be out of his reach. Azoho was closing down on it. So was Ajayi. He just couldn't get the direction he wanted on his touch. Had a little word for the ref afterwards for the late challenge after the ball had departed from his boot, but nothing given by the referee. Here are Nigeria with Calvin Bassey building forward. The ball is intended for Simon. Comes off the heels of Kakai. Recovers it. Fires it forward. Karoma inside to Kamara. Then Conte back again to Kakai. Kakai skips away from the lunging challenge of Etebo. Finds Cisse. Long ball forward over the halfway line, but only as far as Aribo, who collects for Nigeria, who are back in possession through Ajayi, left of centre, 10 yards into his own half, towards the left for Bassey. Bassey, long ball forward, looking for Osimhen, headed away by Cisse into the Nigeria dugouts. The ball will be collected by the Nigeria manager, Jose Pesero, who will take the opportunity to bark out some instructions. Thrown in this time by Bassey, backwards to Ajayi. Ajayi across this time to William Trostekong, who's in the centre circle inside the Nigeria half. Forward for Etebo, who's on the opposite side of it in the Sierra Leone half. Back to Trostekong, right of centre, carrying the ball forward. Still time and space for the Watford defender. Out towards the right, Aina takes the touch with his left. He's going backwards though towards the halfway line and feeds it to Ajayi, who now is at the base of the centre circle. Out towards the left for Calvin Bassey. Inside for Ajayi. Ajayi being put under pressure by Bakayoko, gets the ball away to his centre-half colleague Trostekong. Closing him down is Kamara. Long ball forward from Trostekong. Headed up but not away by Samaria. But it's coming back from midfield is Conte to clean up. Out to Samaria down the left-hand side. Forward ball to Boya Tarai. Bit of space to get up ahead of steam here. There's an early ball for Bakayoko. Tries to shrug off Ajayi. Does well to push him wide out towards the left-hand side. Bakayoko still in possession. Laid off this time to Conte. Out towards the left. Here is Samaria. Samaria lines up the cross. Skips past Aina. Still going Samaria. Aina left the boot in. So ball hasn't gone out of play. Aina thought it had. Here is Samaria again. Laid backwards. Right-footed cross into the area. Goes past everyone. Calvin Bassey just watches as that skips off the turf beyond the far post. Will be a goal kick for Azoho to take. He's going to line the ball up in the centre of his 6-yard line. Francis Azoho. Steps back towards his goal line. Looking for a ball out of play, out of his defensive third. May go short. Has done so a few times, but puts his foot under the ball, over the halfway line. Flicked on by Osimhen well. Finds Moses Simon. Bit of space and time to dart forward on the left-hand side. 35 yards from goal. He's drifting inside into a bit of traffic, but gets the ball away to Joe Aribo. Laid off to Etebo. Now to the left for Bassi. Bassi prods forward on the left-hand touchline. Here is Iwobi. Iwobi inside this time for Etebo. Etebo forward to a central area. There's Osimhen holding off Corker well. Osimhen still going. Gets the strike away. Bobbles off the boot of Stephen Corker. Will be a corner. Osimhen turned in well. Corker was in his wake, struggling to get back in front. Back between goal and man. Did manage to get the crucial touch to block the shot from going on target though, but will be a corner. Victor Osimhen's looked lively. Etebo's looked to be an interesting contribution. A nicer introduction to the game for Peter Etebo. Likes to collect the ball from deep. Will be Moses Simon to play it in from the left-hand side. Will whip in towards the goalkeeper, Kamara. In comes the delivery now. It's in towards a crowd of players in the 6-yard box. It bounces. It's hooked off the line with a bicycle kick from Samadia. Driving forward though down the right-hand side. It's Karoma. Gets it forward well. Here is Buya Tarai. Not money back for Nigeria. Inside looking for Bakayoko. Shrugs off the challenge, but he's been penalised. Referee calls that a foul. I'm not so sure for Bakayoko. Hands on head for him. Once again, Sierra Leone set off on the counter. They were living dangerously in their own box. And it was he just steps across Ajayi. And that's what the referee saw. Bakayoko penalised. If he'd got there before Ajayi, he was home free, just the keeper to beat. But it'll be a free kick instead. Central area, 18 yards outside their own box, and Ajayi will go square 6 yards to his right to William Trostekong. Returns the ball to Ajayi, bobbles off this uneven surface again. Forward to Iwobi, returns to Ajayi. Looks to his right, there's Aina in a bit of space, but still in his own half, midway through it in fact, inside to Trostekong. Forward to Alex Iwobi, collecting from the defenders this time. It's a forward ball, a lovely one to Moses Simon, ghosting in between the lines. Simon sets off on a sprint, still going. That's a robust and not a good challenge from Cisse. Just put his body there, almost a rugby tackle, as Simon threatened to break into the box and score would have been a wonderful goal. Instead it'll be a free kick from just outside the area. Ali Cisse goes into the book. He knew what he was doing. No complaints from the Sierra Leone number 4. This will be a free kick from the edge of the box. Plenty of set-piece ability in the Nigeria ranks. They're showing that with a cue. Ali Cisse, well, he had to do something there, otherwise it was surely going to be 3-1 to Nigeria. Still could be with this free kick effort. It's 3 yards towards the left of the D on the edge of the box. There's going to be a 4-man wall in front of it. Etebo stands over it, so does Moses Simon. They can both hit him. William Trostekong is lurking a bit further away. There's a bit of a hammer foot to the Watford centre-half. The wall is going to be around 3 yards off of the 6-yard line, so this is probably around 22 yards from goal. Kamara's taken up a central position. The wall is towards the right-hand side of the goal as Kamara looks at it. The left if they're a Nigeria player. Looks like it will be Simon to hit. Etebo stands with hands on hips. They're being ushered back by the referee again. The wall trying to inch forward, and they do so again as soon as the referee walks away. He's keeping his eyes on them. Finally they're ready. The referee puts the whistle to his lips. 3 in the queue to hit it. It's laid off for Trostekong. He shoots and it's straight over the bar. A real waste in the end from a dangerous opportunity. Plenty of players they could have tried to chip the ball into the box for, and eventually it was the centre-half who tried to thunder it towards goal. Moses Simon probably would have been better served trying to curl it into the near post. It's Corker though, gets the ball long over the halfway line. Bakayoko flicks on for Buya Tarai. Early ball, looking for Kamara. Zoho, alive to the danger, sprints out of his box and launches clear over the halfway line. One on the head by Kamara. Into the chest this time of Karoma. He's been adjudged to have fouled his man though, jumping there with Moses Simon and shown the yellow card. I'm not sure what for by the official. Maybe there was an arm there. Al Hassan Karoma goes into the book, joining John Kamara and Ali Cisse in there. We'll have a look at the replay, see what happened. It was just an errant arm. Koroma got up before Etebo, but his trailing arm just raked across the face of Peter Etebo, and free kick given Nigeria's way. Went backwards to Ajayi, forward on the left-hand touchline to Calvin Bassey. Back to Ajayi again, though. Inside from Ajayi to Peter Etebo, splitting the centre halves at the moment. Trostekong's on the right-hand side. He goes back inside to Etebo. Right at the base of that centre circle. Left of centre this time is Ajayi. Skips past Bakayoko. Down the left-hand touchline for Bassey. Puts it between the legs of Koroma. Then shrugs him off as well. Plays this back to Iwobi. Through the legs this time of Conte for Aribo. Aribo back to Iwobi on the left-hand corner of the box. Lets it run to Calvin Bassey. There's a cross across the goal and it's just out of reach of Osimhen. Cleared to the edge of the area. Launched clear by Kamara and then long downfield this time from Conte. But it's going to dribble all the way through to the goalkeeper, Ozoho. A little back heel between his own legs from Ozoho. Under no pressure, though. Just doing it for fun. Prodded out for Ajayi. Left of centre, heading towards the halfway line. Iwobi takes it unchallenged on the halfway line. Right-footed ball lifted over the top, down the left-hand side. Simon breaks towards it, keeps it in on the byline. Played backwards as well, and he found Bassey. Bassey lines up the cross. It's over everyone, though. Fired too far towards the far side. Samaria will get it clear. Onto the chest of Buya Tarai. Has managed to hold off the challenge of Aribo. And this time goes down under the challenge of Ola Aina. So will be a free kick for Sierra Leone on the left-hand side. Midway through their half, 6 yards off the touchline. It's been taken short to the base of midfield. Here is drifting through the players, prodding towards the right-hand side. And that's an absolutely awful pass. It was intended for Kakai. It came off the boot of Conte, but it was around 20 yards behind the fullback. And another change here for Sierra Leone. Off comes Musa Kamara, the striker, and on comes Augustus Cargbo. So a change there from Sierra Leone. A gamble from John Keister. Thrown into the edge of the area from Bassey. Back out wide to him on the left-hand side. Early cross from Bassey towards Osimhen. Osimhen gets ahead on the ball and it's just wide of the near post. He was trying to fire it across goal. Inches wide for Victor Osimhen. Rose high above everyone else, towering above the defenders. Kamara was rooted to his line. Just watched on as that ball drifted beyond the far post in the end. Not sure he could have done much about it, even if he did get off his feet. It's played down the right-hand side, but not kept in play by Sierra Leone. It came off of Cargbo last. And Kakai, in fact. Thrown in by Calvin Bassey. Backwards this time to Ajayi. Ajayi to the goalkeeper. Bakayoko hunts him down and, well, Ozoho just chips it over the number 9 and then prods it forward as Ajayi to Bassey. Bassey inside to Etebo. Peter Etebo shifted across to Trostekong, right of centre, going further wide though. He's got Aina for support down the right-hand side and feeds it to the fullback. He's played this into the shins of Conte, of Samaria. Buya Tarai was there as well, and he's given it away. The free kick's been given by the referee. Nigeria denying Sierra Leone a quick one. 20 minutes left in the game. The ball is 5 yards into the Sierra Leone half. It's short into the feet of Conte. Prodded backwards to Corker. Corker looks back to goal. He's given the ball back to Kamara. Hunted down by Osimhen. Gets there in time, does the goalkeeper. Launched out of play. Stephen Corker had his heart in his mouth there. He passed the ball towards his goalkeeper, but then saw Osimhen streaking onto it. So they've got a lucky escape there. Thrown in by Aina to Iwobi. Wide to the right-hand side for Chukwueze. Launched backwards, this time to the defenders for Trostekong, right of centre. Shifted across to Ajayi. Ajayi looking to his left. He's got Bassey for support. 6 yards to his left goes the pass. Bassey returns it to Ajayi though. Ajayi lines up a long ball, chipped forward. Up towards the head of Moses Simon. Won this time by Cisse. Cleared by the right back, Kakai. Prodded backwards all the way to the goalkeeper Ozoho from Trostekong. Ozoho launches one out towards the right-hand side, taken down well on the chest by Samaria, but the pass leaves a lot to be desired, and he's been hunted down well this time on the right-hand side by Chukwueze. Still going, little kick out, trying to get the ball from Chukwueze. Samaria was the manufacturer of his own downfall there. He didn't get rid of the ball when he was under significant pressure from Samuel Chukwueze. It's chipped forward this time from Corker. taken down well and driving forward down the left-hand side. Went Cargbo. The defending was too robust for the referee. Not happy with it, and it's going to be a free kick. It's a yellow card handed to Ola Aina, who walks away and smiles at the referee. So marking Cargbo quickly. The ball will go backwards. It's launched forward towards Cargbo again, as after it went back towards Samaria. Victor Osimhen putting Stephen Corker under pressure, but he's up to the task, the former Tottenham man. It's lifted forward, but not very well, and Osimhen's latched onto the ball. Laid off this time to Aribo, chipped into the box. Chukwueze runs into the goalkeeper. Brave goalkeeping again from Kamara. Got hands to the ball just before Chukwueze could get there, and he's jumped to his feet, has Mohamed Kamara, to remonstrate with Samuel Chukwueze, but the ball was there to be won. It was a lovely chipped effort from Aribo, and Chukwueze didn't really deviate from his run towards the ball. Could only see the goalkeeper last minute. It was a foul, but I'm sure the referee understands. And it will be a free kick, but once again, Sierra Leone playing it across their back line and playing themselves into trouble. That loose touch from Kakai skips off his thigh and goes out for a throw-in high down the left-hand side for Nigeria. And up from the back is Calvin Bassey, ready to take the throw. Rolls the ball around in his hands a few times. He's looking for someone to throw it into. It's in towards Moses Simon. Picked off with ease, though, by Kamara, but only as far as Etebo. Into the feet this time of Iwobi, out towards the right-hand side. Here is Chukwueze, running this time at Samaria and Cargbo. Chukwueze to the byline, lifts it to Simon, over the top of him. Iwobi tries to put pressure on Koroma at the back post, but he manages to get it infield to Conte. Kamara downfield to the right-hand side. That's another loose touch, this time from Bakayoko, who can't keep it in play, and Nigeria handed possession again cheaply by Sierra Leone. Here is Bassey with the throw, backwards to Ajayi. Ajayi looks to his right. There is Troostekong, but he's going to go down the left-hand touchline to Bassey, who's got a bit of space. Koroma comes to press. It's back inside to Ajayi in the back line. 10 yards shy of the halfway line. Now Bassey again. Left-footed ball, lifted forward, chipped down the touchline. Moses Simon can't take a touch. He's been shrugged off the ball by Kakai and then fouled his man. So looked to be a frustrated effort, and Kakai still on the ground as he took the free kick inside to Kamara. Now Conte laid off towards the left back Samaria, 20 yards from the halfway line, inside to Corker, put under pressure by Iwobi. Iwobi forces him to go wide to Samaria, all the way back to the goalkeeper Kamara. Osimhen almost got there. Kamara didn't judge the run of the ball very well there. Victor Osimhen almost latched onto it. Kamara needs to come and meet the ball. It wasn't going to reach him anyway, but he manages to get it there, get out just in time to put it out of play for a throw down the right-hand side. Meanwhile, there's some running repairs in the midfield. It looks like it's Conte that's gone down with cramp, and he's being helped out by Alex Iwobi, just stretching out that hamstring, that calf. Back to his feet, though, Conte. The Sierra Leone medical team did come running on, and that means Conte's going to have to go off the field of play. Kamara once again is hobbling around in his 18-yard box. Went down a few times in the first half with a couple of injuries, but looks okay. And Conte still being asked to withdraw from the field of play by the referee, and manages to get the message now. Take on some fluids at least. Looks okay to continue. No ill effects suffered. Samaria has the ball for the throw-in. He's looking down the touchline and will throw down the touchline over the top of Conte, who couldn't get out of the way, and they've given the ball away against Sierra Leone. It's with the Nigeria back line. It's Ajayi playing towards the left for Calvin Bassey. Steps over the ball. He's going to go back to Ajayi instead. Touches it with his right, looks to his left, finds the ball out there to Bassey. Inside to Etebo, left of centre, just to the left of the centre circle. Plays the ball across it, though, to the right-hand side. There is Troostekong. Out to the right for Aina. Aina long ball downfield, looking for the run of Iwobi. Corker puts his arms out and encourages the goalkeeper to come and get it. And he does so, and plays it simply out towards the base of midfield, where Conte will drive forward. He's looking to his right, feeds the ball out towards Kakai. Early ball down the right-hand touchline. This time for Koroma. Back inside to Conte. Lifts it towards the left. It's a good ball out there for Cargbo. Driving towards Aina. Into the box goes Cargbo. Aina gets back at him. Plays the ball to the edge of the area for Etebo. Can't pass out, collected are Nigeria. Here goes Iwobi, out towards the right. Chukwueze will keep it in play. Well, he knows, says the assistant referee on that far side. Iwobi's pass just over hit for Chukwueze, couldn't get there in time. Will be a throw-in for Sierra Leone down their left-hand side. And they've taken it quickly. Driving forward again is Cargbo down the left-hand touchline. Inside to Buya Tarai, lifts us into Conte into the centre circle. Going backwards, Sierra Leone. Corker now. Loose touch from him, has to get the ball under his spell before he can go inside, this time for John Kamara. Right-footed ball out towards the right-hand side. One on the head this time by Moses Simon for Nigeria. Heads down the left-hand touchline. Osimhen gives chase. Kakai gets there first, and Cisse has the ball in his hands for the throw. We'll leave it for Kakai, in fact, and Kakai's there in front of the Nigeria dugout, ready to throw it into play. Referee encourages him to do so. And we're going to have another change. John Kamara comes off and Mustafa Bundu will come on instead. Afcon experience, of course, for both men. Bundu on in place of Kamara. Thrown in for Kakai. It's given away by Bakayoko. Etebo with a little touch inside to Iwobi, who confirms possession by steering all the way back to Zoho. Out to Aina on the right-hand side. Put under pressure by Cargbo. And the pass is loose into the feet of Karoma. Sierra Leone, turnover for them. Ball forward. Samaria runs with ease past Iwobi, who's left in his wake. And that's an early ball looking for the run of Buya Tarai. And William Trostekong's gone down. Early ball into the box from Buya Tarai. It's over the top of everyone. Will it dribble out a play on the far side? Well, tracking back there is Aribo. Shoved into the ball this time by the new man, Bundu. And that will be a free kick right on the left-hand touchline. Close to the corner flag for Nigeria. Alarm bells there for Nigeria. Just a reminder, they're just the one goal ahead. It's only 2-1 to the Super Eagles at the moment. They are the strongest team in Group A. Concern right now for Nigeria and for William Troost-Ekong. He just stretched and then the turf kicked up underneath him. He lost his footing and then he immediately clutched at his left groin muscle. So running repairs potentially for William Troost-Ekong. He's back on his feet. He looks okay. Well, he's not back on his feet. In fact, he made an attempt to, and the stretcher is being called for. So this could be the end of William Troost-Ekong's game. He's had it so bad with injuries recently as well. Has been in and out of the sides, both at Watford. Not so much Nigeria, though. Of course, don't forget the other two sides in this group, Guinea-Bissau and Sao Tome and Principe. William Troost-Ekong, still the repairs go on to him. It's one of those innocuous ones. Worst injuries often happen off the ball without any collision between players, and that's what's happened to William Troost-Ekong, the Nigeria captain, being stretchered off the field of play. Still on the stretcher at the moment, and hands on head. That's almost the universal sign language for footballers, that they know they've done something that's going to keep them out for a significant period of time. We're into the last 10 minutes of the 90, though. And there's going to be a couple of changes here for Nigeria. Off comes Samuel Chukwueze. Adamola Lookman, who was on loan at Leicester City, of course, last season, will join. He's coming on, wearing the number 13. The RB Leipzig player. Of course, born in England. Came through the ranks at Charlton. So no more Chukwueze, on comes Lookman. Also, looks like Moses Simon might be departing. Kelechi Iheanacho, is that's on the sidelines, perhaps? Kenneth Omoruo certainly is, wearing the number 22. They're just sorting out the board at the moment. Moses Simon has retrieved the captain's armband from William Troost-Ekong, so looks like Omoruo will be the man to replace the Nigeria number 5. The assistant referees having quite some job with this, the fourth official at least is having quite some job with this board, which from our angle shows nothing. Off goes number 5, Trostekong, and on comes number question mark and number 2, which I think is 22, Kenneth Omoruo, and that's confirmation that Omoruo replaces Trostekong and takes the captain's armband in the process. Meanwhile, another change is afoot. It will be Shehu Abdullahi, the number 12, who will come on. Abdullahi, of course, the Ammonia defensive midfielder and right back. He's going to replace Ola Aina, so we'll slot in like for like replacement down on that right hand side of the defence. Ola Aina, very lively performance again, wonderful bit of play to play the ball into the box for Moses Simon to head down for Osimhen's second, well, Nigeria's second, Osimhen's first of the game, and what could be the winner. So back underway with a long free kick from Azoho down the left hand side. Osimhen flicks on, so guided on again by Simon, breaking into the box. That's Lookman with an early effort, blocked away by Samaria. Would have been a wonderful introduction to the game for Adamola Lookman. That would have been his first touch as well. Couldn't steer it on goal, but for the intervention of Samaria, that could have been the third for Nigeria, the one they've been hunting for the majority of this second half. It's been there for them, there for the taking. Could they regret it if Sierra Leone streak away from another set piece on the counter and score another? It'll be Lookman to take the corner kick he earned. In it comes towards the near post, flicked away well this time, only as far as Iwobi, who lifts this back to Omoruo for a first touch, across to Peter Etebo, left of centre. Etebo out towards the right hand side for Iwobi, forward down the right hand touchline, this time for Aribo. Iwobi still going, tackling in midfield. Here is Conte carrying the ball forward for Sierra Leone. They've got a fair few numbers going forward as well. Conte tries to shoot from distance, clipped at the last minute away from his toes. It's broken to Karoma. Karoma still going. Kargbo shoots from the area. It's blocked away by Nigeria. And a play down the right hand side. Kakai throws it in quickly to Kargbo. Up against Etebo. Swipes a right boot at it. Goes behind for a corner kick to Sierra Leone from the right hand side. They're living a dangerous existence here, the Super Eagles. They need to capitalise on their possession. They've had the majority of the ball for the majority of the game. Plenty of opportunities and shots, but they haven't made them count, and there's still just one goal separating between them and Sierra Leone. The corner will be Sierra Leone's. In it comes towards the far post. So headed down into the 6-yard box, but cleared away by Iwobi this time. And the referee's blown the whistle anyway. Says that the corner kick was out of play and swung back in. So will be a free kick, a goal kick, in fact, for Nigeria, as we head into the final 5 minutes of this match here in Abuja. Azoho spots the ball up on his 6-yard line. The referee's sprinted towards him. He's giving him a yellow card for time wasting, and I can't quite believe that. He's at 6-yard box, and 6-yard line is scuffed up to beyond all belief. He was trying to find a place the ball wasn't going to roll away from, but it's a booking for Francis Azoho. It's fired out towards the left-hand side, kept in play by Osimhen, nodded forward to Simon. Simon pokes it between the legs. Kakai slides in to deny Simon. Adamola Lookman will streak across to the far side, put pressure on Samaria. He's lining up the ball downfield. He finds 1-2. It's into the chest. Stooping low was Kargbo. Little challenge there from Omoruo, gets it loose, but only as far as Conte for Sierra Leone in the centre circle. On the right-hand side, here is Kakai. Forward ball. This time for Bundu. But jumping for the ball, and well, I thought it was a foul, but it's not been given. Osimhen goes inside this time to Iwobi. That's been picked off by Karoma. Shifted to the left-hand side this time for Kargbo. Keeps it in play despite the loose touch. Kargbo running this time at Abdullahi, who does well. Prods the ball out of play for a throw-in down the left for Sierra Leone. Samaria will take. Referee blows the whistle. He's spotted something. Perhaps a player on the ground in the Sierra Leone half, and just waiting for something to be cleared. Stephen Corker takes the opportunity to try and dish out some instructions. It's Victor Osimhen, who's not in the best of ways. He's on his haunches, just Trying to pick himself back to his feet. The medical team were waved on by the fourth official. Has to go off the field of play, says the referee. He's clutching at his right hamstring. Another important player for Nigeria. Not looking all the most mobile at the moment. 3 minutes left of the 90. Thrown backwards by Samaria. It's into the centre circle for Karoma. Iwobi comes across to press. Karoma shrugs him off with ease, heading towards the right-hand side. Kakai's there, takes a touch, back inside to Karoma. Loose touch and has to go backwards. Iwobi wants a throw-in, stayed in play though. Cisse collects for Sierra Leone. Forward ball to Conte in the centre circle. Lifted out towards the right-hand side. Kakai will give chase, so will Bassi, and the stronger man of the two, Calvin Bassi, the Rangers defender, will get there first and just usher the ball behind for a goal kick. Zoho puts his fists out to Calvin Bassi in celebration. He likes the hard work and the intent of that Rangers defenders, pressing and strength to hold off Kakai. Zoho stamps down that 6-yard box. This wasn't the best of clearances from the goal kick after he was booked for time wasting. This time he bellows downfield. No question where this one's going to go. They've all vacated the defensive third. Long ball forward. Left of centre, over the halfway line it goes. One on the head by Conte. Returns into the Sierra Leone half by Abdullahi. So jumping for the ball was Aribo. He was penalised for an unfair challenge on Samaria. Conte stands over the resulting free kick at the base of the centre circle, right of centre. And he's looking out towards his left as Sierra Leone throw bodies forward in an attempt to try and salvage something from this game. It's flicked on by Corker, but not to anyone in particular. Cleared by Abdullahi, up to Lukman. Now Iwobi. Iwobi fires that ball forward. Osimhen gives chase. Kamara comes out of his goal much quicker this time and launches it forward. Corker will flick it on, looking for Boyatarai. Launched clear by Omaruo over the halfway line. Osimhen is in an offside position. It's allowed to bounce. Osimhen strikes from distance. Latched onto it. Ali Cisse just let the ball run. The flag hasn't seemed to have gone up yet. Victor Osimhen was waiting and waiting, and it didn't go up, and eventually he decided to have a strike, but it was wide, and that's a long ball forward from Cisse, off the back of the head of Omaruo, into the box from Corker, up and under it from Ajayi, headed away by Abdullahi. Lukman's under the challenge and still keep the ball well, despite the strong challenge in behind him. Long ball forward, Karoma takes the ball down on his chest for Sierra Leone. Nigeria backing off a little bit here as Sierra Leone trying to flood forward. Here is Karoma being forced backwards by Iwobi and Etebo. Down the right-hand side for Kakai. Can't get past Moses Simon, but he's got the throw. Thrown in backwards towards Karoma from Kakai. Left-footed pass into the centre circle. Here is Conte looking towards the left. Prodded forward. It's found Boyatarai on the left. Out further wide. This time it's Kagbo. Cross into the box. Cleared away by Omaruo. Not particularly far. Further this time by Abdullahi. And Lukman will latch onto it down the right-hand side. And Iwobi goes streaking away from him in the middle. Still going Lukman. Down the right-hand touchline for Iwobi. There'll be 3 minutes added on in this second half, in this final stages of this game. Prodded forward. Boyatarai tries to turn away from Omaruo. It's only as far as Corker. Sierra Leone still going. Kagbo down the left, up against Abdullahi into the box. Omaruo gets underneath it. It's only going to go forward 6 yards, but very high in the air. Corker gets the header, wins it. Forward to Bakayoko, battling for the ball and showing good strength. Still going. Kagbo goes down under the challenge this time of Abdullahi, who just prods the ball forward for Iwobi. And then down the round and out the outside for Osimhen. Up goes the flag this time as he challenged for the ball with Cisse. Referee blows the whistle. There will be a change here. It's going to be Victor Osimhen, who's been limping around quite a lot now. On will come in his place Terem Moffi, the Lorient player. Plays as a striker. He's scored 22 goals for the Ligue 1 side. So comes on to replace, one of the star strikers in Europe this season, Victor Osimhen. Real powerful player. So on comes Moffi for his fourth Nigeria appearance. Long ball forward from Sierra Leone. That's a poor defensive header, this time from Ajayi. Drops into the box, it's over the top. And, coming in around the back was Etebo. Wanted to do the safe thing. Keeper came out for it, but Etebo got there first, prods it behind for a corner kick. Nervy moments for Nigeria in the closing stages. And their manager, who hasn't been able to sit still, Jose Pesero, back and forth between his seat and the edge of his technical area. will be Bundu to play it in from the right-hand side. In comes the corner towards the near post. Headed away by Omaruo. Bundu recovers the ball outside of the boot. Ball towards Corker. Headed away this time by Ajay. Headed further clear by Lookman, but it's going to come back at them through Samadia. Samadia lines up the ball, chips in towards Bakayoko, or down on the chest, but a loose touch and he can't get onto it. Calvin Bassey is put it away by Aribo, and then Iwobi gets it clear, but as Aribo got it out of the box, he was just fouled with a late challenge. Francis Azoho's making the point that he thinks it was studs. John Keister. Wow, that was very close for Sierra Leone. Almost made the equalising opportunity there. Bakayoko did everything perfectly apart from the finish. The ball was chipped in from Samadia. Bakayoko took it down on his chest. It just ran away from him, dribbled off his knee. Aribo prodded it towards Iwobi, and as he did, Corker was just late on Joe Aribo. We're into the last 10 seconds of the game now. Francis Azoho will launch the ball downfield, and the referee's whistle will blow very shortly. It's out on the left-hand side. Flicked forward again, this time by Kakai, into the path of Bakayoko. Ajay gets there, plays it out of play down the right-hand side for a throw. Stephen Corker will take. Well, he won't. He'll toss this back to Kakai. Thrown into Corker. And then that's the end of the game. That's the final whistle. Sierra Leone couldn't find an equaliser. They made a really good attempt against Nigeria. It was a quick start from Sierra Leone. They opened the scoring in the first half, 11 minutes into it, as Nigeria struggled to find their early pace. It was Morse with the opener. Sierra Leone's players aren't happy about something. They're having words with the referee. Weren't happy that they weren't allowed to fashion another opportunity there. But it was Morse capitalised on a bit of defensive confusion from this Nigeria back line to head in 11 minutes in, and Nigeria, it was that really going behind that really shot them back into life. And Alex Iwobi 5 minutes later levelled things up with a nice curling effort into the bottom corner, stroked home by the former Arsenal man. And then just before half-time, Victor Osimhen scored the final of the goals. That was a nicely worked one. Oloaina with pace and power down the right-hand side, clipping one from the byline to the back post. Moses Simon nodding down, and Osimhen prodding in on the 6-yard line. There were no further goals in the game, but Nigeria really dominated that second half. They had plenty of opportunities. Chukwueze was guilty for not slotting one in when he was in acres of space at the far side, with the goal to his mercy, and Kamara unable to get across, and Osimhen had a few opportunities too. So Nigeria opened their campaign in Group A Africa Cup of Nations qualifying with a 2-1 win over Sierra Leone. So they're now joint top with Guinea-Bissau, who of course, they are now top of the group. Sao Tome and Principe yet to get underway. Sierra Leone, of course, have lost. Guinea-Bissau also yet to get off the mark. In fact, it was a draw between Sao Tome and Principe and Guinea-Bissau. My apologies. So Africa Cup of Nations excitement is getting to me, but I can't wait for the next one, for the next bit of African international qualifying football. Today's game has been a really interesting one, a really fascinating one, testing Nigeria's credentials as one of the top sides in Africa. And they came out in one of those games where they weren't at their best, but they ground out the result, and they'll move on. Their next match in this qualifying campaign will be against Sao Tome and Principe on Monday the 13th of June, while Sierra Leone face Guinea-Bissau at 5 o'clock on Monday the 13th of June. It's been a wonderful afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us today, and join us the next time for the next live commentary.
The live broadcast of this match will start momentarily. On FlashScore, you can also tune in to other commentaries. We regularly bring you the Premier League, the Champions League, or Europa League, while national team matches are also available. Do you want to look at stats while you wait? Have a look at our match details, where you can find lineups, head-to-heads, and a lot of other interesting information. FlashScore, game-changing numbers.